Greetings and salutations, how's everybody doing? So, episodes 3 and 4 of The Boys. So yeah, I thought, okay, the first time I thought, maybe this will work. And I'm still liking this show, and I'm still thinking, there's so much in this show that I'm thinking, there's too much in this show, I feel like I cannot just give in one big video. Plus, that would be an hour long, because there'd be so much I want to freaking talk about. So, we're only going to do 2 episodes. I'm going to do a bunch of videos on every 2 episodes. So, we start for the first 2 episodes. Now we're going to do episodes 3 and 4. So what did I think about the episode 3? I like the fact that Huey is starting to unravel. And the 3rd episode where he's starting to realize, like, he's really starting to hate the Supes. I still think that Simon Pegg, anytime he's in the show, he's great. Especially as the dad. Like, in the scene when he shows up, it seems he's really wanting to help out Huey. He's just thinking, like, son, I want to be able to help you. I really do. But at the same time, he's really not sure how to help Huey because, well, I'm guessing because he's never been in the scenario of, like, losing someone like that. Some of the other things, like Starlight having to wear her new costume, I kind of also see, like, this sort of mirrors, like, mirrors, like, something you would see in a comic run where, say, like a female character has, like, cool costume, and then, like, say, the character is getting popular, but they realize they need to make the character more popular, so sex her up. I sort of wish that they had done, like, that they had let the character go, like, say, had just, like, just yelled at the guys who are doing yelling sexual things at Common Center. We get the introduction of the character of Mother's Milk. He's a fun character, too. One thing that I had a question about, though, the head of Vought, did she clone Homelander? Because, I'm just, like, wondering, like, say, because Homelander doesn't like the babies, is he just not liking these kids because, he sees them and thinks, I don't like you because, you're part me, or something like that. I might be wrong. I've only seen the first episode 3, 1 through 4 so far. So maybe when I see it, maybe I'll be excited, maybe I'll be disappointed. I really gotta say, Homelander is he's really such a fun, but also such a evil character. Like, whenever you see him, he is oozing such intensity and intimidation. Even in the scenes where he's just trying to be a hero, he's just very scary. He's like another version of an Elseworld version of Superman. The most of the subplot for the boys for episode 3 is the boys are trying to get the drug known as V, because in the episode we learned that the boys, in this case A-Train, uses a drug which basically gets him makes his powers, gives him a speed boost and all that. We get an introduction of Popclaw, who is basically A-Train's girlfriend. She's basically, say, I'm trying to recall who the character is. She's basically sort of like, I know I'm gonna get a lot of haters. People in the comments saying, like, it's this character, it's this character, and this character. Basically, trying to think. Picture the, Wolverine's, female clone. Picture, her and basically that's the character of Popclaw. Because Popclaw, basically, her superpower is she can, has claws that come out of her arms as her superpower. And we finally get the scene I was looking forward so much for. And any of the trailers we see, a girl basically is just has her butt on some guy. We finally get to see that scene in episode 3, and it is kind of funny. Mostly just because of like the scenario, and mostly just because of the humor, and also the bit of the gore that's in it. Basically Popclaw, she ends up killing her landlord by smothering him with her ass. On episode 4, and we get some bit of backstory for some of the characters, whether it's for Billy the Butcher, Frenchie, or even, Mother's Milk. We also get the introduction of a new character, the female, and yes, I know it interesting, like, what character is that? I mean, well, she's just called the female. If you haven't seen the show, then I'm sorry, because, yeah, they just call this character the female. There's a scene where, Deep is in therapy, because he just said, like, saying, I'm just feeling like a loser, because, you know, my thoughts are not really resonating with anyone. No one cares what I have to think. So basically, this is basically like a Aquaman at therapy. I mean, it kind of is. He's basically saying, like, I want to do things for, the ocean, but they won't let me to do it because, it's not marketable. It doesn't sell. And it's just said that he doesn't get the chance to, be promoting the ocean. There's a scene later where he is rescuing a dolphin from the aquarium. He marketing called Oceanland, and he's trying to rescue a dolphin. And sadly, he ends up getting the dolphin killed. One scene I thought, okay, this is a scene that's just a highlight of episode 4, which is the airplane hijack scene. I gotta say, wow. All the actors in the scene, whether it's all the characters, whether it's Homelander, whether it's Queen Maeve, or even the passengers on the plane, they're all giving wonderful performances. They really are. It's really just a draw emotion. Especially when Homelander is just thinking like, oh shit, I destroyed the plane. We can't let anyone get off the plane because, I can't go fast enough and I don't. Because in episode 4, we start to see him become a lot darker. Although he was a bit of a darker character, we see more of his darker edge. And that is actually pretty cool, to be honest. One thing that kind of felt like, at first, in one scene, in the end of the episode, Homelander and Maeve are at the crash site of the airplane, and he goes like, say, they wouldn't have died, because he goes like, Sitwell is watching the TV, and like, when I was watching this, I thought like, I wish that Sitwell could have had her reaction, because I thought, I wanted her to be mad that, they didn't save anyone, because in episode, she goes like, say, we need to save the people. And then they failed the mission, but surprisingly, Homelander says, like, if the military allows us to, save the day, then we will, stop this sort of thing from happening. And he basically gives a whole speech of like, say, if Daniel Lau was in the military, we shall be able to stop all this stuff from happening. And at the same, when I was thinking about this, it's sort of like, say, in this whole getting the superheroes involved in the military. It reminds, I mean, this is probably when it's in the comics, but it just reminds me a bit of, say, Captain America, Civil War, when the Accords, wherever the government can, like, say, you can either, like, the government can say, hey, when you can save the day or when you can't. It's this reminds me of sort of like a twisted version where the heroes are just trying to save the day and they fail, but they're trying to do what they want to control the government, sort of thing. And we also get, Huey and Annie or Starlight, their relationship starts to blossom. They go bowling. We also get a bit more of the female. They're trying to catch her because they think she could help them with scenarios, I guess. Overall, episodes 3 and 4 are very strong in its humor, and also very strong in its dramatic aspects of the show as well. And also with a bit of its commentary as well, with the superheroes trying to get involved in military action. Heck, even the ideas of the boys basically being abandoned if they break up, then all the progress they have made so far shall, crash and burn. Because, like, Billy the Butcher is going to say, guys, we're basically, the Spice Girls. If we break up, then we're basically shit. But, I mean, no offense to them, I mean, that's just what the character says, so please don't say anything about that. Don't put anything into my mouth, or say, yeah, I'm just saying what this show says, so, I mean, I'm just saying what Billy the Butcher says, but, overall, I thought the, episodes 3 and 4 were pretty good, too, as well. It's really good. The action amps up, so does the drama, and so does the commentary as well. Overall, what did you think? Are your thoughts on The Boys? Do you like the show? Do you dislike it? What do you think? Put your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.